Europe is funny to me, even though it's on the same landmass as Asia, because they have exquisite cuisine, they just had to have their own continent. However you define what a continent is, they do have some pretty amazing stadiums across the pond. It's time to look at the very best ones, without having to get off your couch. Critiquing the best stadiums in Europe is coming up right after this. Last month, I was introduced to the Upside app, and let me tell you, now I am addicted. I had no idea that getting money back on purchases I was going to make anyways was so freaking easy. If you buy gas, groceries, or dine out with the Upside app, you can earn cash back starting today. Think about how an extra $10, $20, $50 a month would help you out. I'm using that extra cash to buy more baseball bats. This is such a no-brainer. Download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play and use my code FivePoints to get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. It's so easy. First, claim an offer for whatever you are buying on Upside. Check in at the business, pay as usual, and get paid. And you can cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, even an e-gift card if you want. Again, download the free Upside app from the link below and use my promo code FivePoints and get $5 on your first purchase of $10 or more. Before we get started, these are the best I could find based on a subjective score of architecture, stadium rating from online sources, location, originality, and atmosphere. And if the stadium is rendered in Google Earth, that did play a factor. Stan Kroenke East. This is just a solid stadium design. So good, in fact, that the Estádio da Luz in Portugal basically copied and pasted it. Opened in 2006, this arena very smartly reinforces the Arsenal brand, complete with some cannons outside. With pragmatic architecture, it combines an open-air feeling with ample roofing for the many crazed spectators who are still waiting to see their team win a table, and also hating on Stan Kroenke. Though technically opened in 1994, Atletico Madrid's home went through a massive overhaul in 2017 in which the entire stadium was rebuilt. An interesting roof system was added, making it look like a giant sombrero. I like how the upper deck has a steep seating angle so that it feels like the fans are right on top of the action. Additionally, the site has a clean exterior and aesthetic. Solid. This one would have been much higher on the list, except the polygons haven't been updated in Google Earth. Both the interior and exterior of this place are amazing, with the outer shell being covered in metal cladding panels to give it that variable texture. Inside is stunning as well. The seating area is clean and the acoustics have been designed to be top-notch. THS was opened in 2019 and has already hosted 6 NFL games. The bird statue on the roof is just the cherry on top of what looks like a regal stadium. Tell Google to get their stuff together and you'll be ranked higher. I can't believe I'm putting San Siro ahead of Tottenham, but here we are. Being a legend does score you some points on this list. Owned and operated by AC Milan, the stadium is actually in its last days as its replacement, which you can see is already being built beside it. The stadium is a great example of functional architecture and was an innovator of the hybrid roof/open air stadium. The game day atmosphere helped it land on this list. To me, it's an average stadium, but I'm sure y'all would yell at me for not including San Siro. This is just a wild stadium with huge sloping stands. They added a massive roof structure about 10 years ago, and that helped really bring the whole look and feel together. It's called Orange Velodrome, but like it's blue and white. I know, it's orange. Once again, they get major points for the fans being right on top of the action. I'm sure it gets hella loud here on game day, and I bet you hear some great French insults.
What a strange person.
Poland really does go all out for their high-end stadiums, as seen here in Stadion Gdańsk, home of Lechia Gdańsk. The iron and carbon fiber exterior reminds me of the Momo in South Africa. However, this structure and shifting color pattern extends all the way to the roof, making for a beautiful, cohesively executed stadium. Inside the arena is breathtaking, with the translucent panels again letting in variable light patterns that help illuminate the stands and create a warm stadium atmosphere. The Jumbotrons are a little weak, but hey, if you want big TVs, you go to America. One of the few European stadiums to have a retractable roof, Johan Cruyff Arena also features a grass surface. The stadium is actually named after one of Ajax's former players. Dude must be a legend for them to put his name on the building. You definitely don't see that anymore, unless it's the Brett Favre Memorial Volleyball Court. Yes, the house that Brett Favre built with stolen funds. I love the symmetry and overall aesthetic they have going on here. Plus, the area looks well manicured and coordinated with the stadium grounds. Also, please forgive me if I pronounce Cruyff wrong. The pride of Ireland. The only knock I have on this place is how it has a truncated, sort of asymmetrical look, but it butts up against some homes that probably didn't want to get demolished. To extend that theme of courtesy, the translucent exterior was designed not to hinder light from reaching the local neighborhoods. Inside is where the real magic is. The high sloping stands and roof system just make Aviva a winner. It's hosted 3 American college football games, with the Fighting Irish fittingly playing there in 2012, and they will return in 2023. The former temporary home of Tottenham Hotspur, Wembley Stadium primarily functions as a host of the national team, international matches, and if you're lucky, a concert. The roof structure is a very bold solution to the problem of gravity, as its offset giant truss system called the arch holds up the roof using angular strength and tension. Amazingly, it's not retractable. Only 2 small sections can be altered to help let in light for the grass to grow. Maybe a surprise entry on this list, San Mamés really won me over with its location. Situated right on the Nervión River, this modern stadium combines clean lines with a unique exterior facade. Initially, there were complaints about the roof, as it rains a lot in Bilbao, so it was extended to cover nearly all the stands. Artificial light is used to help the grass grow. The view from the river at night is spectacular. This one is certainly interesting, as yes, Principality, as it's known, does have a retractable roof, but it also has a smaller stadium attached to it, like a tiny little hemorrhoid. Yes, it's a little older and not as modern as many stadiums on this list, but it did have a pretty high rating according to Money Magazine. Apparently, this place is absolutely insane on game day, as the Welsh probably don't have much else to do with their Saturdays. Another beautiful example of structural engineering, as the roof at Etihad Stadium in Manchester makes use of an economical pillar and steel cable-based suspension system. Combined with translucent elements to allow more light to enter the grounds, the 2015 expansion of Etihad, which included the removal of the ugly track around the pitch, vaulted this stadium into one of the best in Europe. And now that Man City is playing great football and the stands are packed with raucous fans, the winning continues all around. Easily the smallest stadium on this list and maybe the most technologically weak, but man, is this not beautiful? This reminds me so much of the jewel box era of MLB ballparks, where stadiums were integrated into their surrounding neighborhoods. Stade Louis II remarkably fits the surrounding architecture and evokes the distinct Monacan flavor of the region. It's also right next to a marina, so if you are some outrageously wealthy billionaire, you can catch a game, then hop on your yacht and snort all the ketamine in the world with 200 of your closest friends. Now we are getting into the elite stadiums in Europe. Stadion Narvich in Warsaw is a testament to complete stadium engineering. Everything from the seats to the exterior to the fabric roof system was well thought of and accounted for in order to bring about a cohesive, mind-blowing stadium aesthetic and appearance. Not only does this arena look amazing during the day, but it looks stunning at night, as its animated LED lighting system dazzles. Just look at this sick drone footage. Absolutely gorgeous stadium. The The future site of the first NFL game in Germany, Allianz Arena, has impressed visitors for over 20 years. The defining feature of the stadium is its unique outer skin, which uses pressurized fabric panels that are actually inflated to create a rigid shell around the stadium. Inside those panels are a programmable LED lighting system that turns the building into a giant light show. In fact, the use of the lights has to be limited as drivers on the nearby freeway were becoming too distracted and getting into accidents. Damn, you know that's good when it causes an accident. Inside, the seats are clean, comfortable, and orderly. Just a great stadium. This stadium curiously finds itself very high on the list. TripAdvisor has it as a perfect 5.0 score. It must be a national duty in Romania to log on and give it 5 stars. It is a great accomplishment for a nation that is still recovering from brutal wars of the past. But let's talk about the stadium. Much like Narvik and BC Place in Canada, it features a retractable fabric roof. The seating bowl also has variably colored seats in the colors of the Romanian flag, and the atmosphere here is electric. Not the prettiest, most modern, or necessarily the best stadium on this list, Camp Nou scores high because it's freaking Camp Nou. Essentially Lambeau, the Big House, Fenway, and Wrigley all combined into one. The insane game day atmosphere simply makes this place the legend that it is. It is currently about to undergo a massive renovation to help modernize and match the game day experience. I cannot wait to see that. Consistently ranked at the top of all European stadium lists, Santiago Bernabeu is also a legendary ground. Significantly upgraded in 2011, don't let the Google Earth shots fool you. They literally raised the roof here, and they are planning to further renovate the stadium into an ultra-modern venue with a full translucent roof. You can even get a Lego set of this stadium. How cool is that? I love the interior seating bowl, and the game day experience is, of course, top notch. And now, for the best stadium in Europe. Home of Borussia Dortmund FC, Westfalenstadion is one of the most famous and storied football grounds in all of Europe. Renowned for the yellow wall of insane German fans rooting for their squad, Westfalenstadion combines functional engineering, history, and experience to make taking in a game here a top-notch endeavor. Functionally, everything is solid. Good design, clean lines, and covered stands. Ask anyone who's been here, they will say the same thing. The place is amazing. And from an engineering standpoint, nothing really here is mind-blowing, but there has to be something said for an old classic. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm 5Points Vids, and you made it to my next video.